That's an E. Now look. Now if I came down and watch this, what would happen? It's not anything. That's a B. That's an E. E is going to be one of the ones problem you'll have a problem with E because it's part of the chord. It's part of this. You'll have a problem with your G possibly, but G is your cadence. Okay. And that's a D. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a D. That's a G. You're your cadence there. That's your F. That's the root. A, B, C, or La, Ti, Do. Yeah, G. Sometimes you get lost. That's the root. That's an F. That was an F. That's an E. That's a G. You can also hear the cadence. I knew it was G. I didn't know it was a G, but I could just feel it going up 4. So I wasn't even thinking. I was talking. You know how you think of things like, what do I want to point out next? And sometimes just like, what's next? Root. That's an F. That's a D. That's an A. A. No, I went. I'm not looking, so I hit the D note. That was a G. That's an A. That was an A. I knew that too. That's an A. I guess I need to move down. That's an E. That's a B. That's a leading tone. It's part of the G chord. That's a D. And that's why this works. It's that like that D wants to lay down in the cadence. F. No. E, D, C. Okay. Okay, I hear 4 of them there. Root. Snap. That's a D. That's an E. Okay. That's a G. Cadence. I hear it. That was an F. That's a D. That's a B. No, it's not. It's not a B. It's a G. Because it wants to go up also. G and B is sometimes get confused because B is part of the G cadence there. G chord. I knew that was G. You want to count up. That's the way you do it. So count with me. Okay? So you've seen that it works. Now I'm going to look and I'm going to give you the lowdown of how I think about it. Okay. This is the way I think about it. And this is, as time goes on, you think, well, what am I doing? Okay? I hit this note. I hear in my head super fast. I don't hear it I don't hear it. It's how fast you ever practice it. Okay, if I practice going up like this, then that's how fast you hear it. If you practice like this, then that's how fast you'll hear it. I recommend about this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't try to get fancy and sol, la, ti, do, sol, la, ti, do. Don't try that. You can do. That's how fast I would do it. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know that from a G to a C is 4 notes. Okay? And from an F to a C is 4 notes. And from an E to a C is 3 notes. From an A to a C is 3 notes. From, you got the idea, from a D to a C is 2 notes altogether. And from a B to a C is 2 notes. So this right here, strongest, supposedly this, other than this right here, and that is not strong. That is a 5 to 1. That is only strong because of this. That is a strong. One day I was walking through a parking lot, and I think I heard a horn doing this. It was like I don't know why, but it is a very strong sound. It cuts through things. And if you want to know how strong it is, remember this? That is a half step. A half step is a very strong sound. Okay? When it's going to the tonic. Okay? This is a G, which is a 5. Okay? And let's just leave out everything else and see how strong this is again. It's kind of boring, quite frankly. There's no strength to it. But when you go this, put your G. Now you're starting to get something strong. Okay? You're getting a harmony chord on the G, harmony chord on the C. But the thing that's making the difference is this. Okay? So now, let's think. Okay, I'm going to hit a note, and I want you to think what note it is. I'm going to do the easiest one there is, probably other than this one. It's something to do with being lazy. I want to go to sleep. To sleep. And you could say, re, do, re, do, re, do. Okay, and then you could grab, if I went like this, re, do, and then you could grab this note right here. If I put this and I said, what is this one? How close is that to this? I'm at a different octave on purpose. This is the leading tone. Okay? So you could go on this one where I said this one first. I said, what is this? I said, it's lazy. It's a lazy D. Okay? D, C, or it's also in a movable do. It's re, do, re, do, and if you put the leading tone, T, do. Also, sometimes the T in some solfege or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do systems, it is a C, and it's SI, it's spelled C. So it's re, do, si, do, re, do, si, do. I prefer the T because I don't get it confused with a third letter of the alphabet. Re, do, ti, do, re, do, ti, do. Now I'm going to hit a note and see if you remember what it is. Now, what 2 notes are these? Okay, I'm going to tell you something else. We're doing this all in C, okay? So if I hit a note, you can think Okay, I'm in C. Okay. T, do. Okay. Okay, gave you a clue. It's T, do. Yeah, it's leading tone. So you can hear that. Now, what if you guessed it? You know it's up high. You know it's here. What about if you guessed it was? Uh, what if you guessed it was this note here? Well, that's your. That's something you got to get in your head. That's the root. That's C. What about hit this? That's unison. Okay. That's the do do. Okay. Now, here's another one. What about if I hit this one? Is it E D C? Nope. Is it F E D C? Fa mi, fa mi, fa mi re do, fa mi re do. Where's that fall into that? It's in there though, isn't it? Fa mi re do. It's this one. It's the D. It's the lazy note. Okay. It's the one that wants to fall asleep. So this one here wants to really get going, and this one wants to fall asleep. It's so close to D, it just wants to. And you can also hear that when you play a G chord. That's that D falling towards the C. Okay. What about? I can hear a bunch of notes there. And is it going up? Is it going up? Let's see if it's going up. It's not going up. It's going down. Give that clue. Da, 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 with the root, that don't sound right. And that's one of the ones that doesn't sound right. Okay? That sounds part of the chord. That sounds a little funny. Okay? So that's your cadence. Okay? So also, I can think of that as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an F. Da, 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 da. And the G would be da, 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 da. G, A, B, C. Sol, la, ti, do. Sol, la, ti, do. Sol, la, ti, do. Sol, la, ti, do. Again, not a singer, just trying to illustrate some things. I could be a singer if I train my voice, but I'm not a singer. These days, maybe I'll train my voice. It'd be nice. Okay? That's your G. I can hear that. Or this. G, A, B, C. And I happen to be a G again. Here, G, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the root. That's what they call the leading tone. That's that strong tone. That's that D. It wants to fall down. Just leave me alone. I want to sleep. I'm tired. I had a long day. Here's your leading tone right below it. T, do, B, C. Now, what is that? Sounds like it might be part of the chord. And it is. It's part of the chord. There's only C, E, G. It's an E. I so happened I actually hit that. One time I hit a chord 6 times in a row. It was funny. It's one of my videos. I couldn't stop hitting. I'm not looking, I promise. That's an E. And that's, you can, the one we just came by, we just did an E. That's near an E. It's an F. That's your fa or 4. Okay. And does that sound like, does that sound like that would be a, does that sound like that might be a cadence, a 5 to 1? Let's try it. No, that's more like a minor. That's a minor third. Okay. 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 So let's think. Okay, we must be not on G for sure. Let's try a little higher. So let's go. And then think, would it go 4 times to be up to this high? And that's almost right there at that. It's A. It's your 6. Now that's your 5. I can hear that. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or I can go so, do, and I usually think just 5, 1. Okay? Now what is that? You hear that? That's an F. Or a 4. That was the 5. That's the cadence. That's the G. School bus. That's that lazy one. That's your G. EDC. There's your lazy one. E, D, C. Okay. Mi, re, do. Okay. You can hear that cadence. Okay. That's your leading tone. That's an E. Now, how do you tell an E from an F? Watch this. You can hear it 3 times. Now, watch this. Can you hear 3 times from here? Now, that's real important. I can hear 3 times. Can I hear it from here? No, that's 4 times. Because that's included in that. That's like a subset. This EDC is part of the FEDC. And now F is like this. That's an A. It's not a cadence. It's not this, is it? It's not this. It is this, but you'd be thinking from A. Okay, but you're thinking all C. That A. There's got to be a root somewhere. And C is your root. Okay? That is a minor third. But we don't need to worry about it being minor. It's 3 hits. Okay? It's called a step and a half. It's a minor third. Okay? Now, is it going down or is it going up? Is it a cadence? Does it go dun, 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 dun. Is it doing that? Well, that's what it's doing. So it's a cadence. So it's G. Okay? That's a root. You can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere if you're on what you're going to. It's like you got to stay home at your house. This is the piggy that didn't want to go anywhere. He didn't have roast beef. He didn't have anything. Okay. Even though we went up, isn't that wanting to come down? That's that lazy D. How about if I went down right from that root? So let that soak into your head. That's that leading tone. I can hear 4 hits coming down. Okay, that's your F. That's your Fa. Fa, mi, re, do, ti, do. That's an A. How do I know it's an A? Because I hear 3. I don't think of it in terms of la, ti, do. I just recently, the last couple years, just started little by little working with the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do system. And I found it to be superior to our A, B, C, D, E, F, G system in a number of ways. First of all, I can move it to any scale, and I can move it to D flat, which has a bunch of flats, and then I can move it to B, which has a bunch of sharps in it. So the movable do is my pick by far. Now, some people do like the fixed do, and you know,